Welcome into another video in my series where we're going through and testing every single weapon inside of Black Ops 6 to see how viable these weapons are for all of you to be using inside of the Zombies game mode. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on those bell notifications as you're not going to want to miss out any future uploads from myself on Black Ops 6. As well, in the description, you can find the link for my streams. I stream Monday to Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Stream everything from Black Ops 6 Zombies all the way through to custom zombie maps, and generally have a blast over there. Would be an honor to have a bunch of you come into stream as I'm working really hard this year to smash out another goal of mine, which is Twitch partner. So hopefully you guys will pop into stream and help along the way that journey, which should be tons of fun. So in today's video, we're going to be diving in and checking out what I think could be one of the best all-round assault rifles and weapons inside of Black Ops 6 for us to be using inside of Zombies. It might just be comparable to the AS Val on the Tomb boss fight, so make sure you watch through the entire video today. So what assault rifle are you talking about, Z? I am talking about the Crig C. So we're going to be taking this to maximum damage inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies so that you all have a really good feel for how this weapon performs in Zombies, and should be able to make up your mind by the end of the video, if you watch all the way through, on whether or not this is a weapon that's going to fit your playstyle. Now, if you're looking for players to run through the Easter eggs, knock out achievements, or just hang out and camel grind on Black Ops 6 Zombies, feel free to join my amazing community, the Zhorde Discord. The link for that is down below in the description. It is built upon the basis of players willing to help out other players. Sounds like a good fit for you. Hope to see you in there and soon. Without further ado, let's dive into the assault rifle Crig C review video today. Welcome into today's video. I genuinely really appreciate you tuning in, so thank you very much. Today's video, you are looking at right now the Crig C assault rifle with the amazing multiplayer dark matter camo on there, which I think looks absolutely amazing. So when we take this up to green rarity, just green rarity, we're looking at a 237 damage on a crit shot, which is pretty remarkable damage with just one upgrade, just green. I was thoroughly impressed to see damage numbers this high, this early. Like, that's really impressive to see the 237. Now here in the Speed Cola room is one of the early game setups that I really like to do. So I spawn in on the tomb and I run Molotovs, and the reason I do that is for this area here with these 6 cauldrons that you're watching me light with the Molotovs, and every time you light one it will drop you another Molotov, so you only need one, which is awesome. You can also do this with Napalm Burst Ammo Mod, just so you know. But I run the Molotovs and I come in here and I like to throw them at all of these 6 pedestals, or whatever you want to call them, in front of the doorways, which gives me a free perk, a free random perk. What do we get today? We got Elemental Pop. I'm actually pretty happy about that one. Definitely like that. And then I popped my free perk, random free perk, and what do we get? Let's see. We got a nice Melee Macchiato. All right. Let's go ahead and take this now to blue rarity, as we're going to need to push this all the way up to Legendary Pack 3 to see how it does against that Sentinel artifact in the boss fight. So now let's go into the Dark Aether and shoot our 5 rocks so we can get our free Pack-a-Punch 1 crystal and our Cryo Freeze ammo mod. There we go. All 5 are nice and shot. We are currently blue rarity. What kind of damage numbers are we looking at blue? Ooh, a nice solid 316 crit damage. That's pretty decent. So let's go ahead and take this now to Pack 1 blue with Cryo Freeze on. And we're going to be trying to pick up as much salvage as possible, as I did not want to use the waterfall Easter egg to get an upgrade tool for this match. So I went in and used all of the crystals that you can shoot outside of the Dark Aether, and all of the pods and stuff that you can shoot inside the Dark Aether to get as much salvage as I possibly could this match, and I was able to get legendary very early. Stick through the video to see. So that definitely is a great strategy, and you're looking at 676 crit damage at blue Pack 1 with Cryo Freeze. That is some remarkable damage. I mean, just look at it handle the zombies. Like, just standing and casually tap firing. Whole round, no problem. So that was definitely awesome to see. So now we got to get our shock mimic, some Easter egg stuffs out of the way, as we need to be heading to the boss fight later on. So that's definitely something we need to be doing. So let's go ahead and get our Deadshot Daiquiri Roman numeral puzzle shot, which goes from 1 to 10 in Roman numerals. So I'm going to shoot those here so we can get this lockdown done to get our head of the ice staff. So there we go. We've shot all 10. That's going to spawn in our lockdown, and then once we've completed it, we're able to go over here to the Roman numerals where we shot them, pick up our staff head and our max ammo. Let's go! All right, so the next thing we need to do is get our staff head, and this is over, the staff stick, the stick bit of it, as Archibald would say, and this is over on the death perception side, and this Roman numeral puzzle is just 1 through 8, so we're going to shoot those like I did, complete the puzzle, and go ahead and pick up our stick bit of it for the ice staff. So the next thing we need to be doing is to head into the dark ether so that we can do the ice staff defense. Now before I did that today, I had accumulated enough salvage by round 9 without using the the cryo-freeze waterfall Easter egg to take this to epic. So I was feeling pretty good. We're epic pack 1, round 9. Let's go ahead and see how this handles the staff defense. Come on, start anytime. All right, there we go. Now, I was feeling pretty confident today. Number 1, I got to epic. Number 2, I managed to find a monkey bomb earlier in my run, so I was feeling really good about using that. I also managed to accumulate all 3 Molotovs that I've been able to hold, and I had my Tesla Storm charged and ready to go. So definitely was feeling fairly confident being able to complete this ice staff defense nice and early. Let's get the monkey bomb out there and see who's wrecking. Whoa, hey, all of you get the heck off the staff. Like, what is going on here? There's a monkey bomb out. You're supposed to be going to the monkey bomb. And this right here is how I use the Molotovs and why I like them so much. They will protect the staff with their lingering fire effect, and the zombies that come into them will get wrecked, which is just absolutely amazing. We got a third one right there, so we've now got all of our Molotovs out, which is amazing. Just switched off to the shotgun ASG I dug up as I was just kind of having issues reloading the Crig C. I don't know if the animation wasn't triggering or what was going on, but I just switched to the shotgun to make easy work to finish it off. And there we go. We have our ice staff. So that defense went extremely well, which is awesome. So the next thing that I want to show you all, so you have a really good feel on whether or not this is a weapon that can fit your play style. And I think this step for the Easter egg is definitely one of the best ways to go ahead and let you all make that decision for yourselves, is to show you the escort step of this Easter egg. As you've got the shock mimic, as you just saw, you've got armored zombies coming at you. You're going to have doppelgas come through during the escort as well, and then at the end of the escort you're going to have to deal with an amalgam. So I definitely really feel like this is a good step of the Easter egg for you all to form an opinion on whether or not the weapons that I'm showing in my videos are something that is going to be a viable option just based on how you play. I mean, everybody plays differently when it comes to zombies, and that's one of the things that I love about talking to players inside of the Zhorde community Discord. As you guys can see, me just handle literally everything on this escort with ease. We're just going to let the footage roll here for a second so you guys can see, because it was crazy powerful. Already halfway done that amalgam. Like, what? This was awesome. I just totally took out that amalgam without any issues at all whatsoever. This weapon was actually so strong today that usually at this part of the escort step, I've run out of ammo on my weapon, and I'm having to resort to using the ice staff, but not with this one, not with the Crig C. Definitely a strong one. So now we have our fully upgraded ice staff, which is absolutely amazing. So the next thing we need to do on our kind of a checklist before we get to the boss fight is take this PAP 2 epic 2788. I'm seeing on a crit shot. I feel like that might have been a little bit high, but that over 2,000 damage epic pack 2, pretty awesome. Let's go now to legendary PAP 2 and legendary on round 16 without using the waterfall tool upgrade Easter egg. So pretty remarkable. There's definitely a ton of salvage on this map for you to go ahead and get. If you are patient enough to check around for the digs, the crystals, and the dark ether pods on almost the end of every round, just hold the zombie and go check them all. You should be able to come up with an absolute boatload of salvage. So now we're pack 3 legendary with cryo freeze on this, which I wanted to replace with the one that I like to bring into this boss fight, which is Light Mend, and partially I bring that one in because I like the healing ability that Light Mend has. Also, Doppelgas are extremely weak to the Light Mend ammo mod, so it's one of the reasons why I like to bring that one into the boss fight. So now we're looking at 960 I saw on armor damage there, which I feel like is going to be the damage we're going to be seeing on the Sentinel artifact. So let's dive into the boss fight on the tomb, and let's find out what kind of damage numbers are we going to be looking at. I feel like we're going to be right around 960, 980 when we get to the Sentinel artifact. So let's see what kind of damage numbers are going to be able to come up with here. I'm really intrigued by this weapon. It is such a solid weapon for just running through rounds. So first damage phase is coming up. Let's see what we're able to do. Okay, 960s, solid 960s damage there, not bad. Cracked it fairly quick. I do feel like the AS Val was a little bit quicker, but let's go to the second phase of the first half of the boss fight and see if we can crack both of these artifacts in one magazine. Okay, that's one. Come on, come on. Nice! Hell yeah, that's 2. Okay, so we skipped a step of the first half of the boss fight using the Crig C assault rifle. So this is definitely something that is viable. At this point, I was like, this is pretty darn comparable to the AS Val. I was really impressed. Definitely able to crack both of those in one magazine on the second phase of the first half is huge. And then I stand here for the last Sentinel artifact. Directly behind me is the Amalgam statue, and I cracked that artifact first to start my boss fight. I find that tends to spawn in maybe one less Amalgam, so I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but let me know. I also noticed a bunch of monkey bombs laying around from carrying Vulture's Aid and using Picky Eater, so I figured I'd take advantage of one and throw it out right off the hop and try and help get rid of some of the riffraff and the crowd control off the beginning. We have our first artifact elite coming in here, which is going to be just a zombie, but he's got the artifact on him, so he's got that extra health. And there, I'd cracked that the elite already that quick. Couldn't believe it. Then it was just time to focus in fire and crack the artifact. That is 1 down. We have 3 to go, and that was incredibly fast. Holy, was I feeling good about that. Then I wanted to go in the middle and grab the maxi and almost got electrocuted by the damn lasers. I hate the lasers. Anyway, made it back out. Now we're on to our Doppelgas. Mr. Sprinty Boy, Sprinty Pants, is coming to get us. So it was time to get down to the bottom of the boss fight and run circles underneath, which is definitely the best strategy for the second half of the boss fight. Now at this point, I did not have Idolize for this boss fight today. I didn't bring any in. I forgot to kind of grab another Gobblegum. But I did have my Power Keg and my Insta-Kill. And I tell you, I am super glad that I brought in Power Keg, because at this particular point of the boss fight, I realized that I was still running my Tesla Storm. Like, I totally forgot to switch during the first half, during the damage phase. So, like, that's not ideal. I definitely would rather have Aether Shroud for this step here, but you know, we'll make do. Drop a charge shot to protect myself, focus in fire on that Sentinel artifact, and let's crack that. That's number 2. Hell yeah, this is going fast. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is going really fast today. Definitely feeling really good. Holy, this is strong. This is definitely something that is really strong. And as far as I can tell as of right now, definitely something I would recommend bringing into the boss fight. The Val, the PU LMG, solid options. Of course, the ASG shotgun. You can go ahead and bring that in. I do find that some of these other weapons are a little bit better than the ASG, as you're not stuck reloading as much, and you're actually able to kind of just dish out a bunch of damage before you've got to worry about issuing a reload. Now here, I almost had my shock mimic down to nothing, and then this guy showed up, and I noticed everything else spawned in. So at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm done. We are going to simply deal with crowd control, and I'll worry about our shock mimic later, which actually extended the length of this boss fight much further than it needed to be. And again, I still hadn't switched over to Aether Shroud, which would have made this a lot more viable, because at that point, instead of having to run from the crowd control, I could have just popped my Aether Shroud and you know, backtracked over to the shock mimic and cracked that artifact as he was already done. But at this point, I was like, you know what? That's fine. Just got to be patient. We got monkey bombs. Let's use them. We'll take one out there, get some distance for myself and the elites. We have our new shock mimic spawned in, and he's coming towards us from the middle of the map there. So we're just going to continue to drop some charge shots behind us. Try and stay calm, not panic too much. Understand that this is definitely a boss fight that can take a bit. So definitely, you know, remember that and just be patient. Just be patient. I noticed here our elite is just about done, and he had almost taken me out. Almost taken me out right there. It was time to run away. I wasn't going to be dealing with that. I didn't want to, you know, have to worry about that. And then we saw the artifact back there, but I was not able to get to it before it went to immune. So now I had taken out our shock mimic twice using the ice staff, and I've been unable to crack that artifact. Again, I can't stress it enough. During the first half of this boss fight, like when you first get here and you're doing your damage phase, if you haven't switched to Aether Shroud, do it then. Don't do it now. But I have Power Keg, so I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. Let's pop our Power Keg, and we should be okay here. So now we have an Aether Shroud ready to go. So all I need to do is get this Shock Mimic's health down for the third time, and we should be able to melt that artifact with this Crig C without much of an issue. Just trying to keep my distance, trying to check the health on my Shock Mimic and see where he is for health. Also keeping an eye on that blue Disciple guy that is rushing me. And I noticed here that my Shock Mimic is getting very low on health. That wasn't a full charge shot. Where is he? Where is he? I think he's almost done right here. Yep. Just about finished. So we're going to do a little loopy-loo. There we go. Crack the artifact. Let's go ahead and drop a charge shot. Now here is where it extended further. The crowd control arrived as I was trying to laser in on the artifact, and a bunch of elites and other zombies and crowd control got in front of my barrel, and I was not able to crack the artifact right there. So again, normally, you know, I get a little stressed at this point. It's failed 3 times on the Shock Mimic. I'm a little bit concerned. My staff is starting to run a little bit low on ammo. We have crowd control issues to deal with again as everything is spawned in. There's an amalgam chasing me down, so I'm definitely getting to be a little bit antsy at this point. But I do know, remember, to stay patient in this boss fight. This boss fight to me is a little bit of an endurance test, a little bit of a stress test. When you're getting crowded and, you know, you've got really, really bad situations to deal with in this boss fight, it's kind of just a test on your patience. Are you able to just kind of continue to move around, continue to dish out the damage when you need to? And here we are. I was able to crack my Aether Shroud right here and just chase down our Shock Mimic and then laser in on the artifact and finish it right there, even with a reload in the middle of that. So definitely awesome to see. We're now left to our last elite to go before we have to head up to the wall and actually dish out the final damage to this boss fight. So we have our amalgam elite coming in now. I am running extremely low on ammo, so I'm waiting for those lasers to start going up so that I can fire a shot in at that center podium and then make my way in and pick up my max ammo, as I'm now under 20 in my staff for ammunition. So this was definitely key to get in there and grab that max ammo so that I was able to get through this final phase of the boss fight, dishing out the damage that I need to be able to focus in fire on the Sentinel artifact and the elites at the end. So I've got my amalgam coming at me here. I know I've got insta-kill ready to go, so all we're going to be doing is just kind of focusing in fire, taking out the Shock Mimic that's chasing us, taking out as much of his health as we possibly can. And he's done right there. So now I'm able to focus in fire on my amalgam right here. Just kind of dropping a shot for him to linger around in, make his way over. Crowd control has spawned in again. So it's just a matter of dropping that charge shot, letting everything run through it so that you can take out most of the crowd control with your ice staff and its charge shot. Here I noticed my elite is just about done. Just about done. We dropped a charge shot right there, put on Aether Shroud, and we went ahead and laid in the fire on that Sentinel artifact. And wow, like that's all the elites and the damage phase done right there with that Crig C assault rifle. Definitely a viable option. Round 26, feeling good. We're going to pick up our maxi here and then make our way up to the wall so that we can get ready to do the final damage phase of this boss fight. Anytime. Alright, here we go. Let's lay in the damage and see what we can come up with. Yeah, so 960 is your damage you're doing on the Sentinel artifact with this Crig C, which is not the best numbers I've seen for damage on the Sentinel artifact. However, with the fire rate and the ammo magazine that you have on this Crig C, you can just stand and deliver the damage. As you can see, I'm doing right here. Just about to finish off this boss fight right here. Finish off the final bit of the health. It does its little bug out where it thinks I need to shoot, and it won't give me the white screen flash for a couple seconds. There we go. Triggers. All right, so that's definitely a complete boss fight and 100% a viable option to be bringing inside of your Black Ops 6 Zombies games. The assault rifle, the Crig C. Now, at the end of the video, stick through. I'm definitely going to be sharing, as I always do, the build that I put together for today's run. So if you guys would like to take a look and run this build yourself inside of your games, you feel free to do so. But overall, I definitely enjoy running the assault rifle class. I definitely enjoy running the Crig C as it is incredibly strong. I definitely felt like the movement is there with this as well. I didn't feel like a complete slug running around using this today. So that's definitely awesome. Definitely awesome. So thank you everybody for tuning in. I truly do appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so now. Turn on those bell notifications as you're not going to want to miss out future uploads from myself. As well, at 7,000 subscribers, as we are oh so close to 6,000 subscribers, at 7,000, I'm doing another giveaway to thank you all for just unbelievable support. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.